Okay, hi everybody. This is Pam, one of the Kindred Vegans, and V and I have not been able to get together for the last several weeks, but I've just been itching to try out a couple of recipes, so I'm doing this one without her. V, I hope you don't mind. I had 3 bananas that I needed to use up, so I decided I'm gonna make a spice cake. But let me bring in here and show you the ingredients before we get going. Okay, so what I have is a 1.5 cups of flour, but now I'm not sure I'm going to use all of that, or I might need more, we'll see. I have a cup of sugar. I have 1 chia egg, which is a tablespoon of ground chia in 3 tablespoons of water. I have my 3 mashed bananas here. Then over here I have a teaspoon of lemon juice and a teaspoon of vanilla. I have 3/4 cup of, fake buttermilk. I used 2 teaspoons of vinegar, and then I filled it the rest of the way with coconut milk. So it's just a shy 3/4 cup of coconut milk with a little bit of vinegar in it. And then here I have a 1/4 cup of applesauce. And then I have my spices and things. So I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I have a teaspoon of cardamom, because, you know, that's one of my favorites. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, ground nutmeg. Then in the middle here, I have a teaspoon of baking soda. And over here on the edge, I have just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm hoping we can get this together. Let me bring you in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. All right, I know you can't really see my head. I'm cutting my head off, but without V here, this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, so first I'm gonna add my banana, 3 mashed bananas. And I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of applesauce. And then I'm going to add my cup of sugar here. Isn't that the prettiest bowl? I just love it. All right, now I'm going to mix this up for just a minute. Okay, now what I'm going to do is add the teaspoon of vanilla and the teaspoon of lemon juice. And I'm going to add my 1 chia egg here. And you can see it's, I don't know if you've ever seen a chia egg, but it's thick and kind of gelatinous. I'm going to add that in. And I'm going to mix this all up. Now all of my seasonings are going in. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a teaspoon of cardamom, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to add my coconut milk. Now I'm going to add my flour in just a little bit at a time, and I will I'll see if I use it all. It's a 1.5 cups of flour, but I may only use a cup, and I may actually need a little bit more, so. All right, I actually added in another 1/4 cup of flour because I just felt like it needed a little bit more. So I added in another 1/4 cup. So it was about 1 3/4 cups of flour. Now you can see what it looks like. It smells really good. I'm hoping it comes out like a spice cake. My husband can't eat chocolate because he gets migraines, and so I'm hoping this will be a good alternative. I'm just gonna pour this into the pan. I have just a square silicone baking pan here. And yeah, I made just the right size. Perfect. I have a 350-degree oven already preheated, and so I am going to go add this to my 350-degree oven, and I will be back when it's finished to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the finished product. I think it came out so cute. I just put a little bit of powdered sugar and a dusting of cinnamon on top. It's a spice cake, so I didn't want to do too much to it. I'm going to try to take a bite with like one hand here without crushing it. And let's see. It's really good. Nice and moist. You can really taste the cinnamon and the spices in that, so it's really good. So I'm gonna have my supper, and then I'm gonna have the whole piece. So I'll catch y'all later. Bye now.